Welcome to another video from Gweilo 60. YouTube has become a medium that people can get their word out, whether it's a good word or a bad word. Today I'm going to be talking about the bad words. Yes, this is going to be sort of a rant, a political, well, not really political, but it's a controversial subject. If you don't like controversial subjects, probably change to a different channel because this one's going to come from the heart. I watch YouTube a little bit, and I see that there are people out there that are spreading racial discrimination. I see people out there spreading hate on their channels, and you know, it's one of those things that it's the people that watch these channels' fault. The people that make the videos, obviously they have to take some blame for it, but because people watch that crap on YouTube, they make money off of you and the advertising advertising dollars that they get off YouTube. Not only that, but a lot of people give money to their Patreon accounts, and this just fuels the rhetoric, the hate, the racial discrimination that they spew on these channels. So it's the viewers' fault just as much as it is the people that are making the videos' fault. And you know, a lot of it is directed towards the Chinese people. But it's not just the Chinese people, because whether the people making the videos understand this or not, when they say Chinese, they mean Asian in a lot of the ideals of the Western people watching these channels. You may say, let's go with this one. Are Chinese girls easy? In a lot of, and they may mean Chinese girls, are Chinese girls easy? But in the eyes of a lot of the viewers out there in the world, they don't know the difference between a Chinese person, a Japanese person, somebody from Thailand or the Philippines, or, you know, South Korea. They don't distinguish the difference. So to these people, it comes out, are Asian girls easy? Okay, and you say, well, how can that be discrimination, a racial discrimination? Well, let's flip this thing over a little bit, and I mean no disrespect to anybody by saying these words. What I'm doing is I'm trying to get the people that watch these videos to stop watching these videos, to stop giving Patreon. If you're somebody that watches these videos and you condone this, well, then there's something wrong with you. If you're somebody that doesn't watch these videos and doesn't condone it, get a hold of your local politician. If you're in, say, a state like California and these people are spreading hate from their home base in California, if these people are getting Patreon dollars, get a hold of Patreon and tell them that you're not pleased with them supporting somebody that's spreading hate or racial discrimination. If they're getting Google dollars from YouTube, get a hold of YouTube and tell them you're not pleased. Write letters, send emails, sign petitions. I'm going to have a URL for a petition put down into the description area of this video so that you can sign a petition to try to get these racial bigotry type videos off of YouTube, and shut them down on Patreon, because if they're not making money, they won't be putting these videos out. They only put them out because they make money. And so, as I say, it's part of your thing. And I mean no disrespect by this, but okay, let's start with the first one. Are Asian girls easy? If it was, are black girls easy? Are North American girls, North American Indian girls easy? It would have a racial connotation that wouldn't be acceptable in the United States of America. But because they're basically saying, are Asian girls easy? Well, then it's okay? No, I don't think so. Okay, well, let's look at a couple more of these. I got them written down because you know, and when I read this stuff, I shake my head and think, how did these people get away with this for so long? Some of them aren't even American citizens spreading hate throughout the world from a base in the United States. I just don't get it. Like, are Chinese men cowards? Okay, Are Asian men cowards? Are black men cowards? Are Hispanics, Hispanic men cowards? They all have a racial connotation to them. It's all based on race, and trying to belittle a group of people by their place of origin, by their racial background, by who they are and where they're from. And they may say, well, I don't hate the Chinese people. I hate the Chinese government. Okay, well, let's see here. China lacks good Samaritans. So, in the eyes of a lot of people that watch these videos, Asians lack good Samaritans. Means all Asians don't give a rat's ass about their fellow person, their neighbor, their friends, their family. There's just no good Samaritans. You know, if you were saying blacks have no good Samaritans, racial slur, definitely it is. North American Indians have no good Samaritans, racial slur, definitely it is. You know what I mean? So why is saying this about Chinese any different? Here's another one. Are Asian women heartless? Sure, they say, are Chinese women heartless? And how the hell does this have anything to do with I love the Chinese people, but I don't like the Chinese government? Are Chinese girls heartless? Are Chinese girls easy? There's no good Samaritans in China. You know what I mean? Here's one I really think, you know, racial discrimination against Chinese people, racial discrimination against Asians, and pointing at the adults. Okay, but here's one that points at the Chinese children, which translates into Asian children. You know what I mean? No, Chinese kids are not the smartest in the world. That's just like saying Asian kids are not the smartest in the world. That's just like saying, well, if somebody said our North American Indian kids are not the smartest in the world, Mexican kids, if you want to do a thing on country to country, Mexican kids aren't the smartest in the world. Racial slur? Definitely it is. You know, how do the people that make these videos get away with this? YouTube allows it because you as viewers don't complain enough, don't complain in bulk to get these people off of YouTube. Some people send them money and say, with their Patreon account. So as long as they're going, as I said before, as long as they're going to be making money off of you as a viewer, they're going to keep putting out this racial slurs, this race baiting, this racial discrimination against a whole race of people. And as viewers, you guys have to take some blame on this. It's just the way it is. Why is China so uncool? These are all titles to videos on YouTube put out by a couple of YouTubers. Why are Chinese so uncool? Well, you know, maybe you could say Asians. Why are Asians so uncool? The idea of saying that Asians are not cool. Why not? Does that make, like, I don't get it. Let's go with another one. Why you shouldn't date a Chinese girl? Why you shouldn't date an Asian girl? There you go again. You're pointing a finger at a race. Why you shouldn't, let's spin this again. Why you shouldn't date a black girl? Why you shouldn't date a Mexican girl, or why you shouldn't date a Spanish girl, why you shouldn't date a North American Indian girl. That's just racial discrimination. It's racially motivated advertising against a set of people. Like I'm not even going to say, because I was going to say a visible minority, but because I'm in mainland China, I'm the visible minority. But in a place like the United States, where there is so much racial discrimination against Asians now, in places like the UK, in places even Canada, racial discrimination against Asians has risen because of shit like this on YouTube because of leaders like Donald Trump that spout this garbage about a race. It's one of those things that it has to stop, and it's not going to stop unless you, as a viewer, stop watching it. Stop sending Patreon dollars. Get a hold of YouTube. Get a hold of Patreon. If they're not making money off of spouting this garbage, then they'll stop, because the only reason they're doing it is to make money. The lying Chinese beauties on TikTok. The lying Asian beauties on TikTok. All of these titles are basically racial discrimination against a group of people. And I don't know why people watch this stuff. I don't know why people don't like the Chinese people or the Asian people. Why are they being persecuted around the world? I have my ideas, but that's for another video. This video is trying to bring it to your attention that there are videos out there in the world. There are videos out there on YouTube that are based on racial discrimination. They're using racial discrimination to sell their videos to you as a viewer. They're using racial discrimination under the guise of, I don't like the Chinese government, but I like the Chinese people. But then you go on to say, our Chinese girls easy, the lying Chinese beauties of TikTok. Chinese, there are no good Samaritans in China. How does this have anything to do with the Chinese government? It's all directed at the Chinese people, which means it's directed at Asian people, because as I say, even though these people may think they're zeroing on just on the Chinese people, it spreads hate against all Asians, because a lot of these people that watch these videos don't know the difference. Everybody that looks Asian is Chinese. Everybody, there's Japanese people getting beat up around the world because of stuff like this, because of racial discrimination, because of the COVID-19, and everybody saying it's a Wuhan flu, the China flu, the Kung flu, and all of these different things. It starts from people on the internet, people in the public eye, people on different forms of media. They start this stuff, and the people that watch it just carry it on. They're one spreading. Well, actually, they all spread it. It really gets my goat, and I don't like it even a little bit. And I see it every day, and I see these people with 1 million subscribers on YouTube spreading this hate on a daily basis, and nobody's doing anything about it. Everybody should be doing something about it. Anyway, how's that for a rant from Gweilo 60? By a little river here in Nanning, China. Gotta love it. And another thing, I'm doing this at a higher resolution, so you can see all the wrinkles on my face. If I've got anything stuck in my teeth, you can see that too. But let me know if this is a better quality video than I've been putting out in the last little bit. And yeah. And that's another video from Gweilo 60. If you like this video, as always, like, comment, subscribe, push that share button. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to resubscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell. And whatever you do, don't forget to put a couple bucks on the children's Patreon account. It's for a good cause. Hell of a lot better cause than racial discrimination. I guarantee you.